All right, good Black Friday morning to you. Thank you for watching our First Alert live stream this morning. We try to do this every Monday through Friday around 8:30, 8:35. So before we get in the weather, I thought I'd tell you a little story. So today is the day after Thanksgiving, and this is the day of the year that I think about my grandfather. And this would be on my mom's side of the family, so this would be my mom's dad. Now, he passed away a long time ago. He passed away somewhere around 35 plus years ago. I was a young teen when he passed away. And it was an operation, it didn't go well, and we were very sad when we lost him. But when my grandfather, Carl Keating, was alive, he was a very nice man and had an interesting sense of humor. He had what we would say a dry sense of humor. You know, think about somebody who's in your family who has that kind of uncanny dry sense of humor, kind of more subtle, funny stuff. And he always would say on the day after Thanksgiving, he would say, you know, hey, come take a walk with me in the neighborhood. And, you know, young Steve would be like, well, why? And he would say, well, this is a good day where we could take a walk and somebody would probably invite us in for a turkey sandwich. And I think, you know, I think now as an adult, I appreciate that kind of subtle humor more. I appreciate it a lot more. You know, it wasn't tremendously funny, you know, to a young teen or a middle school student. It was right around that age. But I think now that as I get close to 50 years old, I think about that. I think that was just kind of low-grade funny, you know. Walking around the neighborhood, let's see if you can get invited into somebody's house for a turkey sandwich. I mean, hey, some people have got leftovers. They want to get rid of them, right? All right. Anyway, enough about my grandfather, my ode to him. Let's talk about the weather. Black Friday. People are getting out, doing some shopping. Did you watch our news this morning? There were people who were trying to get into the stores. It's cold. Ooh, it's 19 degrees in Manitowoc. Feels like 6. West-northwest winds at 14 miles an hour are rippling the water down the Manitowoc River. In case you're wondering, water temperatures there near Manitowoc on Lake Michigan still in the upper half of the 40s. We still got a ways to go before we start seeing ice formation there on the river and also along the lakeshore. So anyway, it's getting colder, but the water still has got a ways to go before it freezes up. We do have some sunshine in around Manitowoc. Not everybody's got the sun, but it is out there on a patchy basis. So 19 in Manitowoc, 21 in Shawano, Wapaka, Appleton, 20 in Green Bay. There's that pesky west wind. It's blowing in around 10 to 20 miles an hour. And, yep, makes it feel colder out there. That's because you lose your body heat. It gets blown down the street as you're looking for that turkey sandwich. Wind chill right now, 7 in Green Bay, 5 above in Oconto, wind chill down to 2 below in Anago. So there's your forecast for today. Partly sunny, spotty flakes. No accumulating snow, but just spotty little flurries, kind of like what we saw yesterday, last night at the Packers game. Cold and blustery, a high of 26 degrees. So this is a look at the cloud cover through daybreak. We're looking at the low clouds in that darker gray color, and we've got some low clouds, especially south and west, and that's where we have seen some flurries. First Alert ViperMax is picking up on some of those teeny tiny little flakes. Wapaka County, across the Fox Cities into down towards Kiel, Elkhart Lake. And there's also a couple flurries that are being detected in Door County. Now, because this time of year, these flurries are really light and fine, we have to crank up the sensitivity of ViperMax to be able to pick them up. And the other thing is that they form in these low stratocumulus clouds. And so what happens is when the radar beam shoots high up, you know, a good 5,000 feet up or more in the sky, what happens is once you get a certain distance around the radar, like say north of Highway 64, south of Fond du Lac, the radar beam starts shooting above those clouds that are squeezing out those little flurries. And that's why it seems like when you look at ViperMax, it seems like the flurries just kind of magically appear in Wapaka County. But you know what? They're probably occurring farther north and west as well, just beyond the radar's ability to detect them because the beam and it has to deal with the curvature of the Earth. The beam just shoots over top of those lake-enhanced clouds that are squeezing out those little tiny flurries this morning. Anyway, little basic science lesson there for those who care about Doppler radar. So anyway, there's first alert, pinpoint predictor, broken clouds, a few flurries, especially in the north. 1 o'clock this afternoon, partly sunny skies. And it looks like as we head towards this evening, skies will be mostly cloudy. We still have that west to northwest wind blowing off of Lake Superior. That's going to keep a lot of clouds across the northern half of the state. High temperatures today, about 10, 12 degrees colder than average for this time of year. About 25 in the Fox Cities, 24 in Fond du Lac, 28 for high temperatures today in Marinette and in Sturgeon Bay. Now, we have that blustery west to northwest wind. It's blowing at around 10 to 20 miles an hour. When you go outside, it kind of stings the face. Ugh. Wind chills, single digits and lower teens all the way through this afternoon. And then the coldest air of the season so far settles in. This is our next weather maker. Harsh wind chills tomorrow morning. And this is going to repeat itself Sunday morning. Those feel-like temperatures are going to be around and perhaps even below zero. So we are smack dab in between low pressure to the east and high pressure to the west. And what happens is the air is forced to flow in between these systems. If you think of like paddle wheels on water and they're spinning in opposite directions, well, the water is forced to flow in between. This is really the same thing. See, the air is fluid, just like water is fluid. What the difference is one is a gas and one is liquid. And so the air is forced to drain out of central Canada down into the Great Lakes, and that's why this colder than average weather is settling into Wisconsin. So first alert pinpoint predictor has wind chills tomorrow morning around and perhaps even below zero. Zero for wind chills in Pembine, Manitowoc, Appleton, sub-zero wind chills. Fond du Lac and west into central Wisconsin. So it's been a long time since it's been this cold, probably since back in January and February. So yeah, we have to get used to the fact that winter is elbowing its way in the forecast. So there's your first alert Super 7-day forecast, a blustery stretch. Look at that, 6 of the next 7 days. I put the blustery sticker on there. Blustery basically means cold and breezy or cold and windy. So it's going to be a wind chilly stretch. 26 for a high today, partly sunny, spotty flurries. 23 for a high on Saturday. Daybreak wind chills near zero. Same thing on Sunday. Now Sunday, with a little bit more sun, we'll try to get back up to near the freezing mark, a high of 33. And I think highs will be near the freezing mark as we go into a good chunk of next week. Now, there is a weather maker we're going to keep an eye on. This is a storm system that's coming in Tuesday night and affecting us on Wednesday. So let's make our 7-day forecast extra super. This is a comparison of two computer models that we tend to trust for the most part. And it's giving us an early indication that Wednesday morning we're looking at an inch or two of snow for the Green Bay area. So this could be a 1 to 3 incher area wide. It would be reasonable to think that Tuesday night going into Wednesday morning, we may have some slippery travel. So Wednesday morning, severe weather outlook is in the low category. So we'll keep an eye on that. Now, this is still 6 days out, and a lot can change between now and then, and very often it does. But, to be a meteorologist and to do your job is to continuously go through the latest data and fine-tune that forecast, and sometimes it stays the same all the way through, and sometimes it adjusts. There's different factors that can cause those snow totals to go up or down, depending. So what we're going to do is we're going to do our job. We are going to go through the latest data here in the First Alert Weather Center. We're going to adjust that forecast as we see it as necessary, and if we do adjust it, we will first alert you and your family. That way, when Wednesday morning rolls around, you're not surprised about what Mother Nature is going to squeeze out of those clouds. Whether that winter-like forecast is bright and sunny or it is blowing in like a blizzard, our WBAY First Alert Weather app, it's good stuff, especially this time of year when people are traveling, going in and out of Thanksgiving, coming into your home, leaving your home, or maybe you're leaving your home, going to other people's homes. You can get the forecast wherever you are, anywhere on this planet, anytime you want. All you got to do is use our free WBAY First Alert Weather app. So a heads up. It's Black Friday. We have a lot of preempted newscasts because of sports. We got football. And because of that, after our 9 a.m. newscast, which is starting in about 20 minutes or just under 20 minutes, our next newscast after that is not until 10 o'clock tonight. Action 2 News at 10, meteorologist Keith Gibson. He'll be going through the latest weather data, and he'll fine-tune that forecast and give you the very latest. So shop till you drop, but before you drop and go to bed tonight, make sure you catch Keith tonight on Action 2 News at 10. And I thank you for that. So anyway, there is your Friday forecast. Again, Action 2 News mid-morning starts in just under 20 minutes. I know Aisha Morales is working on some stories, and we'll get that going in just a few minutes. Otherwise, thank you for watching our First Alert live stream. I hope I didn't bore you with a little story about my grandfather. And otherwise, I hope you have a great day with your family. Thank you for watching. See ya.